Hi, Antroid here, and I decided that I am a big fan of blind let's plays of horror games, and this is actually the first time I haven't played it, I'm going to play a legit 100% horror game, totally blind, since like Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth. For some reason I wanted to call it Shadows of the Colossus. Yeah, that was a great and scary game, but haven't even played Amnesia 1, only saw a couple let's plays. But I really wanted to try my hand at doing a blind let's play and see how stupid I am at puzzles, how freaked out I am by jump scares and such and such and such. Actually, to prevent disappointment, I'm going to preemptively say that I do not scare very easily. I am easily startled, but I'm probably not going to make hilarious freaking faces all the time. And I can promise that I'm not going to overact, and just pretty much I'm going to be genuine here with my face and everything, because that's what I value in let's players. Let's be honest here, because people will do stuff like that. That's fucking stupid, okay? Well, let's begin. I've been staring at the screen and apparently my brightness insists on resetting even though it's here. Okay, I really have a dark monitor, so this was the right square barely visible setting. Bear with me. And also lamp here, just so you'd be able to see this, because well, here in my studio, so to speak, real darkness wouldn't really change anything, because this thing here, this is a laptop, the only webcam I have on a laptop. The screen is bright, there is houses over there in the windows, all bright. Eyes up there, I know, I just keep staring at your teeth, sorry. So yeah, I don't think me having it playing in total darkness is going to really add to my immersion. Without further ado, has it been already like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 45 minutes, I don't know. Let's start. Yeah, start new game. I haven't gotten further than this menu here. So, oh, and Fraps is already lagging. Good start. Good start. Well, that is just temporary, as it always is. And here we go. No, I'm not really too hyped. I don't know anything about this game. I only saw a couple screenshots and a trailer from the Steam page. Wasn't really that excited, but I mean, the name, it's all in the name. I mean, pigs are sinister, machines are sinister, and when there's pigs that have a machine, it's sinister squared. But yeah, I don't know the general opinion of this game. I haven't seen a single second of somebody's gameplay. As I said, only a trailer, and the trailer didn't tell me shit, let's face it. Wow, this is long loading. I have a pretty good PC, you know, I can run good games on good settings, but loading is apparently not affected too much because it's an old HDD. Let's see, maybe there's gonna be intro this time. Samuel Johnson, huh? Well, that's sounds pretty true, accurate. I'm going to be reading all the notes and listening to everything. Just you know. Okay, does it look like it's supposed to look? Because this is very strange. Whatever the hell I'm seeing here right now is very strange. Okay, maybe. I hope there is no major graphical bugs or anything. Can I? No, I cannot really control yet. But I have no idea what's going on. I'm gonna use this for synchronizing the audio with the video. There is the screen space ambient occlusion. Wow, this is maybe too bright. Maybe not, we'll see. Maybe I'll turn it down a notch or two. Because I mean, in this sorts of, when you're faced with a puzzle of figuring out your initial brightness, and this figure make sure is barely visible. When I make it barely visible, the rest of the game is full bright. Also, if that was supposed to be a meaningful intro, I didn't catch it. Okay, so I was in a cage. Let's pay attention. I'm not gonna concentrate too hard on speaking. I wanna immerse myself in the game. I wanna take it seriously. I'm interested in the game. Okay, mouse sensitivity could use some tweaking. There we go. Still too low. Although I'm not sure how high I want it for this kind of game, but fuck it, let's go maximum. Woo. Well, maybe I'll adjust it a bit longer. As I said, haven't played Amnesia 1 ever. Oh, this is a bed, how lovely. Well, my bed's kinda like that. Well, no, minus the bars. Doesn't make sense anymore. You see that board? Well, I'm showing this area on my screen where I'm seeing the webcam footage. I mean, this thing here, it when I sleep it goes around my head like this, so, well, you know, whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna decrease the brightness a little bit. 1.5, let's say. Yeah, now it's alright. I am going to presume that I'm not supposed to know anything because I'm amnesiac. I have amnesia for one reason or another, because I don't really enjoy it when in games when you are forced into action without knowing what your protagonist should know at this point. I mean, who he is, what he wants to do. Right, this episode is going to be like the intro, the hour-long intro. Okay, I'm gonna get used to controls here because I think it's going to be important to learn how to run away and close doors behind me or something like that. Okay, R move thing. Whoa, this really wobbles. Don't think it's going to be very useful, that thing. I only played like a bit of Penumbra, no Amnesia. Biblia, burn it where no fireplace. Well, makes sense. If I sleep in a cage, I probably should not be given access to sharp tools or fires. Let's read this thing. I'm not sure if I should read it out loud, because I'm going to read it all. Eyes. I'm going to read it all. You know. Fuck it. In my dreams, I see a man, dressed in jaguar skins and feathered like a blooded saint. Doesn't make much sense to me. What came from the heart lubricated us, it crushed evil under its tread and liberated us all. The fervid heat of the jungle mirrored somewhere behind my forehead. I got bad experience with things behind my forehead, let me tell you. My temple pounds, the blood boils in my skull. It feels as if there is something alive there, a rat, a damn rat! Not going to act. A damn rat gnawing through my brains, eating its way out into the world. Even the laudanum, I know there's laudanum in Amnesia 1, will not quell its endless hunger. The sound of some door there, maybe. Is it in the game? Yeah, I think it's in the game. I hear my children playing in the attic, but it fills me with terror, not love. What desperate thoughts are Okay, so... yes, it's in his dreams. So he's dreaming of some... Maybe he took a trip to the jungle, like some dude in Amnesia 1 took a trip to Africa, maybe. This guy found something really sinister in the jungle. I'm not going to try too hard to speculate, but I'm going to try and make sense of what I'm reading, so... Because I wanna understand the story on my first go, at least to some extent.
Daddy, find us!
Notes journal. Let's see. found documents. That thing, my journal. If you were awake alone to house in silence. That missing sound of children playing is like a dark and I am fecund sepulch. This game was written with me in mind just to embarrass me, beckoning me to begin a descent, dark one, to the loam where surely only bodies, I wanted to read that as hoodies, but it's bodies, may be found. No matter, my children call and I shall answer. I will find them. So I guess, wait a second. Okay, maybe this is boring, I know. Okay, so looks to me at this point like he's maybe hallucinating and freely admitting that he may be hallucinating. Also, I should probably track down time. Let's say I started 10 minutes ago and go with that. So he's alone in his house, just woke up, hearing his children calling, the children that should not be here, as far as I can understand. But because he's crazy and he doesn't give a shit, this mirror doesn't work. He just says, why not? Let's go answer the calls of the undead. Kinda a battle going in me right now. I wanna make fun of the developers for not being able to do mirrors, but then again it's not a big studio, so who knows how difficult that really is to do. I don't know. Despite, you know, working as a level designer, apprentice level designer. Did I come from him? Wait,
I held your hand and watched the blood pool between your legs.
Ugh.
You lived long enough to see Edwin, but not Enoch. I will take care of them, my love. I promise you this.
Okay, so his wife died, apparently giving birth to the second kid, I suppose. Aha, and there's the thing from the picture. This thing looks goofy, I'm sorry, it's like a wrestling mask. Machine for pigs, machine for pigs. Oh, the background there implies... Wait a sec. What's that white thing that I see when I jump underneath? Is that like the missing polygon in the skybox? Sure looks like it. Like they didn't bother texturing the low polygon, the bottom polygon of the skybox properly. I'm gonna be nitpicking like crazy because that's what I do. So I guess maybe this is his wife's bedroom or just there, judging by two pillows. Maybe it's their shared bedroom. Okay, can I sprint? Yes, I can. Shift. Who would have known? Can I jump over the railings? No, I can't. Okay. Limited options. Good, good. I like limited options. These locks apparently mean that whatever they are on is locked. I think I recognize this thing from videos of Amnesia 1. This wall type.
Papa, Papa, this way.
This is precisely what I wasn't going to do. This. Nowadays, I don't believe games are actually really scary. I've seen a bit of Outlast, I've seen Slender, all that shit. None of it seems scary to me, I don't know. The only game I was legitimately scared of was Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth. And mostly I was scared of the chase sequences. Like the famous one in the beginning, the one in the ship, the one in the factory, which wasn't really a chase scene. But from time to time it cut to a view of some like monster going after you through the rooms you just were in. And that freaked the fuck out of me. But this, just, yeah. I apologize if this is going to make it boring, me not reacting too much, because I know some people probably who are doing this game, they would just go into this, hear that and they go disgraceful. But I don't know. You know, part of course, I just wanted to do this, but part of my motivation, I want keep it secret, was to maybe get some new people to view my channel and check it out, because these things are popular. But I am sure not making any effort to make it interesting. Okay, let's hurry along. So the attic, maybe like one of the doors is going to open, the one that leads to an attic. Maybe this thing? No? How do I get to the attic? Okay, that's the bathroom, our bedrooms. This door, did I ever see this door? No, I didn't, but it's also locked. Okay. I'm already stuck. Okay, back up then. I guess there was no real reason for me to turn around and assume that's... Can't even open the cupboards. Turn around and assume that something was going to open before. But... Oh. I'm not really familiar with how these types of houses are usually made.
There's a bad man coming.
Really? Is it me? I'm not too bad, I promise. Also, do I have any lighting implements? The speak of the devil, also someone just ran there. And again, doesn't seem very scary. F. Do I have any inventory? Tab, no. Okay. Since it's not telling me, I'm going to assume that I'm not consuming any sort of oil. Also, my hand looks really weird. I'm gonna go there in a second. Okay, this is funky. Jump scare? No? Watch a fearless man be totally bored with amnesia, but then probably make funny sounds and scream like a girl. Left control. Who does that? No! No! That's stupid. Who the fuck maps crouch to control? Jesus Christ, people! How dumb can you get? I really hate when crouch is mapped to control. Control is like the least convenient button. I have to use my pinky to try and press it, and that's just dumb. Another Bible. Number. Hope it's not a code for later. Daddy says there won't be a Christmas this year. He is much too busy. Nanny says we must not disturb him. He is ever so busy. He is gone for work before she wakes us, and often we are asleep before he returns. Acting classes, here we go. We found a bird in the garden with a broken wing. We gave it to Nanny, who said it was a filthy thing and hit it with a rolling pin. Later we crept downstairs to bury the body when everyone... Kids don't know how to spell because they're dumb. Was asleep. There was a pig in the garden. We heard it snuffling about. Then Daddy came and said we had to come inside straight away. He was furious, but we think he'd been crying again. So, speculation here. Dad, maybe not too fond of his work, because it was taking his time away from spending it with children. Maybe he didn't like the children too much because the last one killed his mother. I mean, his wife, his mother. Depending on who is the he. And maybe he was just so philosophical that he... Maybe he was just so philosophical that he thought that this whole like system of jobs and bureaucracy and whatever, it's like one big machine and we are pigs that get slaughtered. And then he decided that was a good metaphor. I'm going to go sell my soul to Satan, and he's going to instruct me how to build a gigantic steampunk machine for pigs, but it's secretly for people. and I'm going to become evil and make this whole place haunted because I am not very satisfied with my life. Also, am I going through... I think I totally am going through polygons here, like clipping. Probably because when I crouch, my hitbox instantly becomes the crouched hitbox, but my camera interpolates. That's fucking dumb, people, come on, where's the QA, where's the testers at?
We're hiding, Daddy.
Disgrace. Utter disgrace. These are still not scary. Half-Life 1. How is that hay staying like that? And for the... well, this painting is kind of wedged in there, and by painting I mean the lid of this box, but that hay, well, I guess you could say that it's being held by the lid. I apologize. I am apologizing. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry for this. I'll get better, I promise, at being entertaining. I'm just usually very nitpicky about this kind of stuff. Like when I was playing Bioshock Infinite, all I was seeing around me was when household objects were clipping through architecture or other household objects, and I fucking hated that game because of that. Well, because of other things too, but that was a big factor. So this thing through here, way back, took like 20 minutes to get from here to there, I mean from there to here. So any pigs here? Nope. Children are not sinister, children are annoying and dumb. Children crying doesn't make me scared, children crying makes me wanna... Ah, okay, that's just a notification on my laptop. Children crying makes me wanna leave. Okay, this attic is freaking huge. I guess we're going to get to scary parts a bit later, because this is probably like the intro. Okay, someone else is walking. Another Bible. This is the scariest part so far. The abundance of religious literature is probably what led this poor guy to insanity. Yes, he said, I know these ruins. He was a shabby fellow, all rotten with some malodorous disease. I caught him looking at me strangely, as if what he really wanted to know was how I knew of them. For some reason I wanted to say how I felt about them. I like you guys, I like you guys. Biting back the temptation to box his ears for the impudence. What's box his ears? What's that implying? I simply smiled and told him that my family's library contained intriguing travel books. The illiterate oaf did not understand that, of course. He agreed to lead us anyway. I have told the children truly, this will be an extraordinary adventure. Oh, so he went with the children. If those old stones hold the financial benefits I predict, I will be merely the first of many. Maybe his children died in the ruins. Woohoo! Woohoo! Everything's possible. It's interesting not knowing the... Planzerich. Okay, Planzerfranzer. Interesting not knowing what's coming. I hope I'm not too obnoxious with my not being scared so far and with my speculation and shit. I'm gonna try and tone it down. Because I'm always thinking about how would I like what I'm doing right now if I was watching it done by another man. Wow, this skybox is fucking terrible. There's a seam like right there. Of course there's this bloom thingy here which conveniently, well, maybe, yes, now we can see this seam perfectly. Wow. I should probably not work as a level designer, I should probably work as a QA master or grandmaster even. Also, I suspect I will be given a limit on my oil in the future for some reason, because this just seems too fantastic. Also, these doors are probably reused from Amnesia 1. This whole thing seems really familiar. Man, I thought our company was cheap and was reusing whole levels for 3 games in a row. Which sort of makes you wonder what I'm doing there Question of the day. First of all, there's some zip fighting there. I wonder if it's going to persist when I come down. And some zip fighting here. This is totally different LP than most, I guess. Well, I was hoping to maybe be able to jump over the railings and onto the chandelier, but no. Invisible walls. Zip fighting. Hell yeah. Gotta love this new, like... For some reason, I associate this with newer games. Just this absolute carelessness with how you place your parts of architecture and props in anything. Just like no one even looks how it ends up when you are finished. Okay, so Mayan looking, or Aztec or whatever. No one ever looks twice at the results of their placing the meshes around the level. Fucking disgrace, man. Fucking disgrace. Okay, so they are not in the attic, so what am I doing at this point? I don't know.
You don't mind if I record this, do you? I find it most useful.
Ah, you have one of those wonderful tomato pills. No, of course not, my dear fellow.
It's my own design, Professor, along with everything you see.
Most useful.
Alexander.
You understand, of course, why the ministry sent me. That they have concerns.
Maybe not Alexander. So, ministry recording... Well, recording... I guess the guy who they were concerned about, who is probably the owner of something here, or maybe us, I don't know. Everything's possible. Decided to record just to make sure that whatever investigation that other guy is going to perform is lawful and within... Oh no! Good thing I wasn't standing under one of these pictures, or else I would have been slightly... my hair would be slightly shuffled around. I was just trying to look at this piece here of architecture. People don't do things like that, man. You look happy. YouTube, I challenge you to notice this. Don't need this fucking thing. Can I play? No. Shotgun! Hell yeah! This game is better than Amnesia 1 already. Gimme. Yo, how did I know? I suspected that I wouldn't be able to get it. Aladdin's lamp. Some stupid thing. That guy from that one Asterix cartoon movie. Or Human Discord. Okay. This door is for once not locked, but let's check if there's any books slightly protruding outwards, and maybe there's a secret around here, because you know when there's bookshelves there's usually secrets. Disappointment. Also the shotgun is crooked, and I wonder if it's Chekhov's gun, if it's going to fire at some point. This is just stands out too much. Maybe it's to me because I have an eye for noticing guns at this point. Nice paintings though. Skybox fucking atrocious. I mean, seams in every corner. Two stars out of 100 so far. Not impressed. No scariness, no really interesting story so far. A lot of lazy design though. I'm totally going to ignore that. Another lamp. Another sinister clock. Glass that doesn't do things like that. I'm probably really obnoxious right now. Oh well. You know what? No, I'm not sorry for being like I am. It's just how I roll. Did you try to slay angels with these weapons? I happen to think that shotguns should be able to slay angels. There's a peeping hole around here somewhere. That's intriguing. I gotta look for that before anything else. especially since some paintings conveniently fell down recently. Books. No, not the books. Bank is refusing credit, the ignorant swine. I sit alone at night and weep. At night and weep. Once the children and servants are safely asleep, when they cannot hear me, my darling, how I need you now. They say I have squandered my fortune, that my investment in these latest machines has ruined the family name. What? What? That I was to remain a local butcher? What are these two arms compared to the multitude that can be applied without pay, without tire, Chinese children, by adapting the mechanisms, or maybe just machines, we find in the looms and the mills? But if the bank has its way, it will all come to nothing. If they come for the house, I swear I will kill them. I will kill them all. I will take my rifle, all 4 of my rifles. No, I want to go find the peeping hole. I also kind of want to get to something scary. Ooh, mysterious hissing. And now, armed with knowledge, I am denied passage backwards. This is torture. I have to know. I have to see.
Hello?
Precious eagle cactus fruit. Help us.
I think they got the wrong number. Maybe. Maybe they're just crazy. Crazy. Okay, so wait a second. So precious eagle cactus fruit. I hope that's not like a puzzle. Click on something precious, then on an eagle. Wait a second. Is it deliberate? I think this may be deliberate actually. I was too early to laugh. Maybe that's going to open. If only I knew what to press. Maybe something to pull around here. Is there a lamp that's not shining? Oh! That secret door was not very secret. I mean, anyone who was going to look at this painting would notice it. Shabby. Okay, the kids... usually not the strongest point of 3D modelers. Also, this is kinda interesting, I guess, the painting being like a window into memory or imagination. Not too creative. I mean, I'm not the most creative type around here, but... oh, maybe no. I was overthinking things. I think it's just like... yeah, one-way windows. Perhaps. Whoops. And you see, I thought of a more interesting idea here. Yeah, I mean, people were gushing, before I played Bioshock Infinite, people were gushing how amazing its story is, but I found it utterly boring and trite and imaginative-less. Replacement is dissatisfactory, so like a pump. What? Better the interesting canal. Interesting canal! Like a tapeworm already hosting intrusion. The U and O are really similar in this resolution and font. And the breed. Brass better than copper, more resistant. Filaments soon to bone hold. Marrow pipe removal with needle potential. I think this guy is losing his nuts. And by nuts I mean bolts. Composite replacement straightforward, will respond to electromagnetic inducement to increase yield rate. Serum, I hope I don't need to pay attention here. Serum provides accelerator setting resulting in neutralized movement within 2 to 3 days. Subjects will require severing off frontal lobes to reduce emotional distress upon reactivation. Someone must have severed my frontal lobe already. I'm not scared so far. Damn it, damn it, damn this wretched soul. If only it were clockwork. Alright. Operate on your own brain to be able to notice what every little prod and cut does to your mind. Operate on your own brain and make yourself happy and careless. Okay, so
This dawning epoch, this age of reason, an empire grown fat, ripe for the bleeding.
I wonder if they paid this woman for these textures. So this guy apparently had like this reminds me of Thief in multiple ways. This sort of passage was in one of the early Thief games, and the writing of that last note reminds me of how the statues, like at the very end of Thief 3, talked. So yeah, apparently this guy was a huge pervert. I can't blame him, really. If I could do this, if I had a big house and I could do this thing right here, I probably would, to be honest. Oh, Rasputin. And some people making creepy faces. Rasputin's father. Beer. Are the pipes going straight through these plaster panels or whatever they are? Maybe they are. Okay, so the guy was also an artist, deeply emotionally disturbed. Oh man. Why would you make this lever so far? Maybe if someone runs after me, I cannot get to the lever in time, and this someone gets through that door before I can close it. Mapping out all the potential scenarios already in my head. I'm being ultra efficient also. This is really peculiar for a model that's repeated so much. Can I close it? Thank you. See now the pointless. Actually, judging by how long it got Amnesia 1 to get people scared, I'm really contemplating here that first couple updates of this Let's Play are going to be utterly boring to everyone. Dollies. Good thing this loading is so long I can read all the text. Also, this house looks exactly like the house of Alice Liddell in American McGee's Alice, or maybe they just all look the similar styles. I don't know. Kinda crooked though. So this is a huge house. See, it's telling me to run. If I was an idiot, I would assume that I'm going to need to run very soon. But I know that it's just a way for the game to scare me, make me assume things. Oh, Nosferatu. Or just, I don't know, a Undertaker. If that was a Russian Undertaker, he would totally sleep in coffins, because coffins would be free and comfy, probably comfier and warmer than his own house. I'm reading some classical literature here, which depicts fantastic living conditions in villages. Well, old, can't say what century, barely around revolution. Daddy says we're not allowed to play with the animals anymore. We were playing hide and seek with Cook. Is Cook an animal? And he came and shouted at us, probably not. Unless it's a parrot. Just as we were going to hide behind Mr. Grumpy Teddy. Cook says it's because of the guns in there, but he always lets us help polish them. So Teddy and some children are polishing guns. Unhealthy connections here forming. So it can't be that. This looks like Flunivay, but not anyway. This font is terrible. That room is haunted. If you sneak around there at night, you can hear the ghosts in the walls. It's just your dad looking at you, touching yourself. Behind the cases, they're often angry, or that's how it sounds. They're just excited kids. We think that's why you can hear them rattling their chains and slamming doors, and I cannot think fast enough of something that would make sound like. I think like I didn't just do that, don't worry. We don't like it in here anyway, in there. Not to toot one's horn here, but I feel like my commentary is more interesting than the game so far. Okay, whatever. And that's saying something, considering I never understand how people...
Papa, come and see.
Sure, when people enjoy my videos. Why? I mean, games are cool, but my commentary is pretty generic. I know I promised not to overact and be genuine, but this is just mocking here. I'm just kind of mocking. Well, I realize that maybe actually if I was playing in total dark, let's see what happens to the webcam feed. It's lagging like hell. Jesus Christ. See, that's why I'm turning on the lamp, because otherwise the whole webcam thing would be pointless, and I spent like a better half of an hour setting this laptop up so it will be high enough to get my face in the least unflattering angle possible. I positioned the lighting. It's all very deliberate here. I'm very particular about not looking foolish. Okay, you know what? When faced with multiple ways to go, I usually just kind of pick in all of them, maybe to determine which is the way forward. Sounds like there is some slaughtering happening, maybe for a dinner. Oh, cutscene. No. I thought this was a silhouette of a robed person, but no, it's just this thing again. Okay, so there's a cutscene there, but there was an audio recording. Yeah. Any pigs there? Yeah, probably.
I must say, my dear man, you look awful.
Yes, I
Oh, fuck
seem to
you.
have picked up something rather nasty in Mexico.
I do understand. What you
Was it a sphere?
A lesser man would have crumbled. Yet you have made all of this. Your great factory, your charities. It's a wonder for one man alone.
It will all be made clear, Professor. But first, a drink.
So wait, who am I in this case? Am I the auditor guy or the well, my voice didn't sound like the professor guy, but I didn't pay attention to the other enough. Is it blood or wine? Swine wine or swine blood or wine blood? I'm on to you. Ah, crap. Where do I go?
Mandus, do you know me?
Who are you? Where are my children?
Trapped, Mandus, far below us. The machine is fouled. It is breached. It is flooded. The bulkheads are down. The children are engaged. If you help me,
Good.
I can help you release them.
Why would I release children that are engaged?
Drain the flooding and restart the great engines.
How? Where should I go? Hello? Hello?
Oh, outside. So why is it so bright out the windows when it's night? Ah, stupid ass shit. Okay, so I am, or that guy thinks I am Mandus. Kinda sounds like the professor, I think, but I don't think I sound like the auditor guy, so maybe we'll see later. I'll keep everything in mind, I suppose. I'll try, at least my memory is not the best. My attention paying skills are not the best either. Also, Skyrim is better than this, because in Skyrim this would result in a huge knockout. I mean, knock down things. All these things would be knocked around. All these force of bottles. Uh-huh. I'm not going to even try reading this. Fuck it. Probably some song that has some significance that I would have picked up on should I know German poetry or whatever language that was. I don't know other languages, come on. So many guns there and so many genie lamps. This was Might and Magic. I'd have already like intellect of plus 18. Which month is it? September right now, right? This was Might and Magic 6. I would probably have like fire or magic or electric or cold resistance in September. I don't remember September what it was. Wait. Ah, yeah. Okay, so I guess maybe I have to go down underneath my house. That's good. I like closed doors. Wait, more? Interesting. Secret chambers, huh? This spider looks Wait, what am I pulling on here? Well, honestly, I wanted to... Wow. That was fast. I didn't even see these things on the floor, which probably would be able to hint me. I was trying to look around for something to smash this case with. But I guess no luck there. I just moved the bear. Oh well. Oh, I guess that's the one bear that someone was hiding behind. This looks like right out of the Duchess's house. So, gentlemen hunters here. Okay, another way into the yard. Let's see if I... No, not that big of a yard. Something scary happened there, I didn't notice. Not that big a yard. Luckily, maybe I'll not even have access to most of it. This doesn't even open. When I saw this kind of place in a trailer, I kind of hoped to maybe get to a city of some kind. If this is just going to be an inner courtyard of a house, it's going to be a bit of a disappointment, honestly. Secrets? Who knows? I mean, it could happen, right? Also, I wonder if all these windows are actually, like, correctly placed and correspond to windows in the corridors inside. I'm not going to check. Wait a second. Damn it, can't really see the lamps. What the fuck is this? Is it really how lamps looked some time before? Who knows? These, I forgot how they're called, are giving me a bit of... Man, I'm forgetting words already, I should stop. Dissonance on the technological level. For some reason they don't seem to fit the overall aesthetics here. I don't know. I'm not an expert on historical periods and levels of technology. Okay, there's the phone that I can get here, but this is totally pointless. I wonder if the scary thing would have happened if I approached from this side. So I went around in a big loop. That clears things up. I'm glad, I'm happy for it. I'm approaching also an hour mark and nothing scary happened so far. Please return for part 2. Maybe in part 2 or 3 scary things are going to happen and I'm going to be funny, scared and make faces and sounds. I'm to have a visitor, the distinguished Professor A. He is come to ascertain my mental well-being after my prolonged from the club. But I'm not stupid. He is here to spy for them. When they stalked the Ripper, he was often called to pontificate upon lacerations and missing organs, and now he comes to me to doff and whittle, and my dear sir, but you must still grieve, and perhaps just a quick look at your engines. The triumph of the age. He knows nothing of loss, nothing of sacrifice, but to refuse, that will simply poke the hornet's nest and invite a swarm of interlopers and thieves. Garrett, I must entertain this buffoon and submit to his intrusion. Perhaps I should show him the tripery. I don't know what a tripery is. See whether his stomach, so trained by rummaging in the innards of clumsily vivisected horse, poetry, man, just poetry, is strong enough to stare into the real engines of his golden age. So I guess tripery is gross. I may even introduce him to Jack, or his sons at least, who have stronger locks on the windows now. Oh, damn good locks on everything! And we bring their toys to them. So I guess I'm probably Jack, because I have children. That's narrowing it down, right? And I guess whoever this is the one who's calling me, and Professor A is that other guy. In the recordings, everything's coming together. But who went to Mexico? I guess maybe the owner of the house, not me. Or am I? I shouldn't be the owner of this huge house. I don't know. No idea. So that, do you see that that's totally a bug? It's a pity I don't really know how to replicate it, because it doesn't correspond well to moving my mouse in logical directions, but that was totally a bug. How good. I was expecting to have to do it another time because I wasn't fast enough. And there's more swine wine here. Some flat chains, man, this isn't 1994. Make 3D chains. Even Unreal Tournament 2003 had 3D chains, I think. Ooh! Ooh, familiar. Why are the beds caged in this house? That's peculiar and strange. I wish this was a bow. I wish I could take this fucking hammer. And this looks like the place that I see in the menu. And this looks like a barrel. This looks like something I cannot interact with. This looks like a moving texture. And this whole place looks like linearity. No, fuck you. Can I go through? I wouldn't dream of it, my dear sir. Hey, turning on power by turning wheels. That's how you do it. I guess the steam was escaping here, and I just closed the valve. The valve, by the way, was like a random crack. Here it was controlled by this valve, and I closed the crack and the steam goes all the way and powers up everything. So that's good that I did this, but surely it's not my objective. Surely I can somehow get through here. Nope, this isn't going to work. Unless I bring maybe something to jump down from. No. 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 Also, what was behind the bear? Did I ever go behind? I don't think I ever went behind the bear. I shall find the bear. Ooh. That wasn't scary at all.
Hands are bleeding, raw. I scrub and scrub, but the smell will not lift. How can I
Tragic.
hold my children with these hands now? How can I kiss them goodnight with lips that have issued such instruction?
So it seems like they're using the old guy was assisting a evil character with his evil plots thing from Amnesia 1. And grew consciousness at some point. Okay, let's go look at the bear, because I for some reason think I didn't go behind the bear. Maybe I did. Nope, I don't think I did. This is the only place I can think of right now where I haven't been. I wonder if turning off the power illuminated this place, if I accidentally went in the right order of things. Looks like it because it seems to be connected. Let's close another crack. I wasn't really turning my mouse in any direction, I just kind of slightly moved it. And you assumed for me, game. I don't like when people assume for me. Or programs, computer programs. They're better than people. Ooh, some writer ghosts. Okay, so I turned 2 valves. Now what do I do? That guy on the phone said something, but I wasn't paying enough attention to remember. Flooding, I wonder if there's invisible monsters in the water this time. I see. I wonder if that happened when I turned both valves, or just the last one. I shouldn't have shaved, I could have twirled my beard a little bit. Oh well. Gotta look good for the camera.
I am off to market. I will cry all the way home.
It's good to know plans for your future.
I will have none at all.
None what? Also, which market? There doesn't seem to be... Well, no, there was a big room on the other side somewhere, which had a main entrance looking area. So, this is the machine, I guess, or maybe just the outer parts of it. Oh, and suddenly everything is open. Why did I have to go through here to open these passages here? That's strange.
Come on, Daddy.
Also,
It's this way.
I think the webcam is going to be totally pointless in this update because nothing scary is happening. I wouldn't be able to grip this. Well, maybe. Don't know. Also, I distinctly remember turning on parallax. Did I ever see parallax anywhere so far? Maybe on those round stone walls, but I didn't pay attention. Aha! Stupid, dumb, idiotic, hate. 1 star out of 1,000. God damn it, stupid fucking designers. I hate you guys. Why you're so goddamn lazy and inattentive? Jesus Christ. Am I the only one who's been paying attention? As Delgado would say. Wait, so this is a exit. Maybe it was the garage. Should I hop into the truck and do a solid snake shuffle? This might be my only choice. Or maybe I could go into the basement.
Come and see, Papa. We found an egg. A stone egg.
A stone egg. You sure it's not just a stone? Okay, there's nothing in the truck, no box to hide in so they can transport me. Oh well. Also, I like how these leaves... Well, this is just being absolutely nitpicky, but I find it humorous to notice these things. Because if I was doing this, these levels, I would have probably made this game in like 500 years, but these things would never be around here anymore. I would pay attention and I would find all of this. How did these leaves fall under whatever that is, or did they just conveniently was ripped in half perfectly straight and fell down exactly to this edge here? Unrealistic. Immersion ruined. Z-fighting. Come on, man. It shows that this game was made by fucking amateurs. Fucking amateurs. Textures are even kind of blurry, but doesn't matter really. I mean, I'm not a graphics whore. I just like neatness, and when designers are thinking and paying attention and caring about what they're doing. But if the textures are slightly muddy or there is not enough polygons, that I can stomach easily. But I'm still going to point it out. Oop. I ran out of disk space exactly when something happened. I think this is a good sign. Maybe I should stop. Disk space on the laptop, of course, meaning for the video. I'm going to stop when this loading stops. Okay. So I went to the basement and fell down. Hopefully there are no interesting things happening around here. Save and exit. So, you know what? I am going to switch the video dir here to be able to record like a goodbye. Second, give me a second. Windows. See, there we go. Recording number 2 start. 10 November. That's going to lag a little bit. Hello again. Eyes to the eyes, I know. So, amusing and interesting as it was, it's time to bring our episode 1 to the end here. I really hope you come back for later parts, because I guess maybe later parts are going to be crazier and scarier, and maybe I'll be interestingly reacting to it. Maybe you'll find amusement in me just nitpicking everything the hell out of this game. But, well, I'm gonna do more. Of course, it's going to be like all my Let's Plays. The first video is going to be like views, and next part 2 is going to be views divided by 10, and next part is going to be views divided by 20, and then it's just going to slowly slide down to 0. Well, not 0, maybe 1 to 7 views by the time the finale comes. But I hope I get $1 million. That's a good thing to hope for, right? So, yes, I want to exit to main menu and save my progress. Heart is whatever. No judgment on the game, no opinion so far. I'm going to form all my opinions and pass all my judgments by the end. Is that fan going through that one metal thing right here, or is it just me? No, it's probably just shadows from the under there. Whatever. I think I said all that needed to be said. You decide for yourself if you want to keep watching this stupid shit. I don't know, maybe you will. And in any case, goodbye, and until next time, until part 2. I'm being very fidgety because it's my first ever Let's Play with my face in it. I did videos with my face in it before, but webcam recording, new, scared. Not really. I wasn't scared whatsoever, because I am the man. And I'm stalling because I never can just concretely say goodbye. See you next time. Catch the moment here, Antroid.